He had nothing, but his hope was everything. Success is born from struggle, not from comfort. When life gave him nothing, he gave life his courage. Even empty hands can build an empire with belief. Rock bottom taught him lessons the top never could. He didn't need riches, just a reason to keep going. Faith in yourself is worth more than gold. Dreams don't need a price tag, just persistence. His journey started with zero, but ended with legacy. When he had no support, he leaned on his purpose. A heart full of fire will always rise from ashes. Failure didn't break him, it shaped him. You don't need everything, just the will to try. He turned his pain into power, and scars into stars. Even the darkest night ends with a sunrise. His past was empty, but his future was full of hope. A true warrior fights with nothing but heart. He had nothing, yet became everything he dreamed of. Determination is the best currency of the poor. When everyone doubted him, he believed harder. He didn't fear being alone, he feared giving up. Even with nothing, he walked like he had it all. They gave him limits, but he gave them legacy. His dream was louder than the noise of doubt. From silent tears, he built silent triumphs. He wasn't looking for pity, he was chasing purpose. Even failure couldn't handle his consistency. He turned every wound into wisdom. No one saw his grind, but everyone saw his glow. He made struggle a story worth telling. His heartbeat kept time with hope. Every step forward was a battle won. He wasn't rich, but he was relentless. He learned to clap for himself when no one else did. He moved in silence, but his results made noise. Even the darkest moments couldn't dim his faith. He didn't ask life for permission, he demanded progress. His limits lived only in his mind. No comfort, no applause, just pure hustle. He failed, learned, rose, and repeated. Every rejection pushed him deeper into greatness. They said he'd never make it, he did it twice. He wore his pain like a crown. He made belief a daily habit. With nothing but grit, he created greatness. He rose with nothing but the fire inside. He wasn't lucky, he was loyal to his grind. He survived storms others never saw. His pain was deep, but his purpose was deeper. They saw a struggler, he saw a starter. His past had no power over his persistence. He earned everything with empty hands. His future kept whispering, "Don't stop." He climbed without a ladder, only inner strength. His failure was temporary, his spirit was not. They ignored him until they couldn't. He made his lack of options into a strategy. His reality didn't match his dream, but he kept building. He learned to heal through hard work. He never let small minds shrink his big vision. Even the dust on his path glowed with purpose. He didn't ask for an easier road, just stronger legs. He proved you don't need everything to start. His discipline was his best friend. He didn't wait for light, he walked through darkness. He trusted his journey when the destination was invisible. His confidence was louder than his pain. His story wasn't perfect, but it was powerful. He bled for the dream, and it bloomed. When life said, no, he turned it in. No spotlight, no stage, just silent strength. He was poor in pocket but rich in perseverance. He failed with grace and rose with grit. No guide, no guarantee, only guts. His scars weren't shame, they were proof he survived. He didn't inherit success, he earned every second of it. The world turned away, but he turned within. From nothing, he crafted something unforgettable. Even storms respected his stillness. He stayed hungry for progress, not praise. He built with broken pieces and pure heart. Pain trained him better than any mentor. The world saw a failure, he saw a future. He wasn't chasing fame, he was chasing freedom. He learned to walk again, every time life knocked him down. His soul outshined his surroundings. He was underestimated, but never outworked. His comeback was louder than their doubts. He didn't wait for motivation, he moved with discipline. He made failure a fuel, not a finish line. His silence shouted strength. He was never given a chance, he created one. Even empty pockets couldn't hold down a full heart. He lost everything except the will to win. From every fall, he rose fiercer. He didn't just survive, he transformed. He wasn't built in comfort, but forged in chaos. He made hope his habit. They buried him in doubt, but he grew roots. He walked alone, but never walked backward. What he lacked in luck, he made up in loyalty to his dream. His only weapon was willpower, and it was enough. He faced the storm, and became the thunder. He wasn't chosen, he chose himself. When nothing worked, he worked harder. His heart was the home of all his victories. He used his rock bottom to climb higher. He lost time, money, and people, but never hope. His past didn't define him, his persistence did. He grew through what he went through. When everything broke, he built again. He didn't fear failure, he respected it. He lived by one rule: never stop. His motivation came from memories he couldn't forget. He didn't follow trends, he followed truth. He suffered in silence and succeeded in silence. His dream didn't need approval, only action. He climbed mountains others couldn't even see. When life locked him out, he built a new door. He didn't need a path, he carved one from pain. The weight of struggle made him stronger. He rose without riches, only with resolve. Life broke him down, but never broke his will. He wore failure like armor and kept walking. Where others quit, he found his beginning. His mind was louder than his misery. Nothing could stop a man who refused to stop. He turned every rejection into redirection. Even the darkest nights couldn't kill his spark. He had no map, but still reached his dream. They laughed at him, until he built his legacy. He never begged for light, he became it. His struggle wasn't his weakness, it was his source. When life closed doors, he built his own entrance. He had no voice, but his actions screamed power. From the ashes of failure, he rose like fire. He believed when no one else did. He found purpose in every pain. He didn't stop at fear, he fought through it. Rock bottom was his launch pad. He was never alone, his will walked with him. His lack of everything taught him the value of something. He didn't pray for a lighter load, but a stronger back. Even when he crawled, he moved forward. He didn't need perfect timing, he made time work. He battled doubt with discipline. Even without support, he stood on his soul. The fight inside him was his freedom. They saw his pain, he saw his power. He failed more times than they tried. With nothing in hand, he held on to belief. His story wasn't lucky, it was earned. He wasn't rich, but he was rich in resilience. He bled silently and healed loudly. He had every reason to quit, but chose not to. His silence spoke of strength, not surrender. He didn't wish for less pain, he became more powerful. He made something from nothing every single day. His soul didn't break, it was built. Every tear built his tomorrow. He made pain his practice and purpose, his path. He stood tall even when life bent him. He knew, struggle now, shine later. His vision was clear, even when life was blurry. He failed forward until he found flight. From the mud, he grew into greatness. His only wealth was his willpower. He fell, but never faded. He became unstoppable by being unbreakable. Dreams start with nothing but belief. He lost everything, but never his faith. The fire inside him burned louder than his failures. Rock bottom became his solid foundation. No money, no support, no excuses. He walked through storms and still stood tall. True strength comes from silent struggles. Even when he was empty, his hope was full. Destiny belongs to those who never quit. His scars became his trophies. The world said no, but he said yes to himself. He didn't wait for chances, he created them. You rise by lifting your spirit, not your wealth. Life tested him, but he passed every trial. He proved that greatness starts in silence. From hopeless nights came his brightest days. His silence echoed with determination. Every no fueled his next move. He turned his hunger into hustle. He planted faith where fear once lived. Struggle was his teacher. Success was his diploma. He didn't chase dreams, he built them. Every fall taught him how to rise higher. He had nothing but a fire within. His pain became his power. When the lights went out, his soul still shined. He failed forward into success. He never blamed life, he battled it. His journey was lonely, but legendary. He had a heart full of dreams and hands full of nothing. Courage carried him when strength gave out. He was poor in comfort, rich in courage. He didn't need applause, just purpose. His past couldn't cage his future. He stood tall on broken pieces. With nothing but grit, he moved mountains. He trusted the process when nothing made sense. They counted him out, but he kept counting steps forward. He turned his weakness into weapons. Even when the world forgot him, he remembered who he was. His willpower built what money couldn't buy. From dirt and dust, he carved destiny. He didn't pray for ease, he prayed for endurance. He had no roadmap, only relentless faith. He never gave up, even when no one cheered. His drive was louder than his doubts. He rose, not because it was easy, but because he couldn't stay down. Hope was his only baggage, and he carried it well. He was a warrior, not by choice but by